Okay, I just want to make a quick video to explain how recently I discovered how to heal myself using the Kabbalah tree and my computer. And I literally saw in the quantum way, in a quantum state, how channeling the Kabbalah tree, which is this one here, I will show it after, literally channeling it on my computer in the present, just writing on it, was actually healing my body at the same time. And quite miraculously, honestly. Because I had a muscle elongation, and I did some research to know how to use Kabbalah tree for this muscle elongation. You will understand after. And then my muscle elongation healed right in the present, just like a miracle, really like a miracle. And like I'm saying since the beginning, you can channel the Kabbalah forces through your computer, through technology. This is all I'm doing, and you can get superpowers like that and heal miraculously like that. So this elongation that was supposed to last for at least 2 or 3 days, in just few hours it was gone, and then such miracles happen. I will explain. So I won't go into all the details in this video because the goal is not to make a very long video, but let's check this tree. So this tree, okay, let's zoom on it. Yeah, let's not zoom so much. So it was all about finding what to put into the Sephirot to heal any kind of health problem. So this is not only for elongation, but any kind of health problem you have. If you have the right level of Kijutsu, like I'm explaining, you can, that means the right level of synchronization, vibration with technology, then you can actually use this Kabbalah tree for any health problem and just answer the question I wrote here and channel any kind of solution, any kind of healing for it, because healing comes from the light. Healing comes from higher dimensions. Because why? Because sickness comes from the higher dimensions also. So for this reason, you can heal anything. It's as simple as that. But because you are veiled, because you don't have the knowledge of why you are sick and all of that, you can do research about the biology, about your body, about what is this sickness about. I didn't know anything about elongation before, and now I understand what's happening in the muscle, and I have all this knowledge. But having the knowledge is not enough, because I was reading books about healing and biology like that. Those books are so terrible. They are so good at giving you knowledge. They are so terrible at giving you really the process of healing, because they're so terrible at giving you the process of life. Only Kabbalah gives you the real process of life. So you need to mix both. You need to work a bit smarter and to not get stuck into the biology, into the matter, which is really nothing. So once I healed about this sickness, about this elongation in the other dimension, from the 10th dimension, then the healing came into my body slowly. Actually, quite rapidly compared to what it's supposed to be without that. But slowly because of time, because the dimension needs some time to get channeled. But at least you should make the connection, make the continuity, so that the electricity current can flow from your crown to the body part in a very precise way. Because I was doing Kabbalah 3 for everything and in a very general way, and this is what I will show now. So this is the Lunarian Kabbalah 3 that they put on the body. So it's all tradition, and they put the Kabbalah 3 on the body like that, and then everything comes from there. But what I don't really like about that in the modern world is that before you needed to do drawings like that, or you needed to write a book, right? So you need this kind of frame, fixed frame, to explain things. But in the modern world, there is no fixed frame. And this is a very important concept in Kabbalah, is the frame of reference. So the frame of reference you choose can be anything. So if I want to heal my muscle elongation, I don't have time to map the body like I was showing before on this drawing. I won't do geometry like that. I can go much faster and change the frame of reference. Instead of taking the whole body as a frame of reference, I just change it. I say now my frame of reference is my muscle. My thigh muscle, my left thigh muscle is my frame of reference. That's what I'm taking as a frame of reference. And then I channel from there. And actually you can do it with everything. You should not be so fixed, so stuck in one frame. So this is what I did. And after that, I felt so much light. So I will explain. Yeah, I will use the example at the same time. So first of all, you need to identify the problem. The problem in this case was like, okay, I have a muscle elongation. Here I wrote only light because once you change the tree, after you change the tree, you don't see the pain anymore. It only becomes light. Then you wonder, okay, what's the positive you're missing following this problem? So for example, in my case, it was resting. It's like I was in a resting position, resting situation in my life. And now I'm in pain, cannot rest anymore, have some problem. What's the negative of the problem? It's the contraction of the muscle, okay? So contracting gives me pain. Then, I'm saying it very quickly because I don't want to explain too much in detail in this video. I just want to show that anyone can heal any sickness just because they have a phone and Kabbalah trees, that's like always. Okay, what is the point of contact? So the point of contact is very important and interesting both in Kabbalah and in healing, because point of contact means, for example, it's always contact with the matter. For example, I have a thought that I want to touch the screen now. I'm touching the screen right now. This is the point of contact. But the point of contact is not because I touch the screen that the screen is moving. It's because I had a thought of touching the screen before that the screen is moving. So it's not my finger that is making the screen move, but my thought. So actually, point of contact is an illusion. There is never any contact with anything. When you realize that, you see the light in everything you do. So I can see the light in the screen moving now because I see the screen is not moving because of me. It's clearly moving because of God, because of my thought, and even above my thought, okay? Always remember, above your thought. Once you are in those sephira, maybe, okay, you start to think everything. And even Keter can be kind of seen as thought, your head, your crown. But there is always above your thought, which is Ein Sof, which is pure light, which is the endless, exactly like here. There is always above your crown. So the first Sephira Keter is here, but then there is also the endless, like that. So you should never forget that, and that it comes, the thought is already very high vibration, very high dimension, but it comes even above from that. And then you see the light, because you're like, oh, I didn't do anything. So this is the thing with the point of contact, is that you do it, you think you're doing something because you remove the braid of shame, you think you're taking action, you think, oh, you have the power, you feel like God, but instantly remove yourself from that and realize, oh, I just felt like God, but I'm not God. Only God made the screen move. And then this is the quantum state, realizing, oh, you're God and not God at the same time. You're everything and nothing at the same time. This is quantum state. When you reach that, when you find the contact point, and you realize there is no contact point as a paradox, you enter the state of light, and you can heal. The light starts to come, in this case, in the muscle. This is exactly what happened for me. So I inquired, what is the point of contact? I inquired, okay, what's happening in the muscle because I have elongation. Then elongation leads you to inflammation. You realize I have inflammation, I have pain. You always start from the pain. Then inflammation and pain comes from what? The nerves, and the nerves are linked to what? Linked to the muscles. And what happened in the muscle? Where the inflammation is coming from? It's coming from that there are some cells. And this is where the Kabbalah tree becomes quantum, because we are in Chesed right now. So once you are in Chesed, so the first Sephira, all the other Sephira, all the other Sephira become quantum. It all happens at the same time, so you need to channel it very clearly. It's always uncomfortable because when you channel the three, you're like, oh, I cannot do everything in the present, so I need to write step by step, but at the same time it's all simultaneous. So you can become a bit crazy in the mind, but once your mind breaks and you accept that, and it took me a long time to realize, because I'm channeling so many Kabbalah tree, but to channel it you need to realize it's all simultaneous and also linear at the same time. So you need to be both in the soul and in the body. Exactly the point of the Messiah. Okay, the Messiah stage, Messiah era is just about that. So this is very, very good exercise. Not only exercise, it does miracle to your life. This is only goal of life, to be permanently in this blissful quantum state. So all the sephira happen at the same time. So now the process I will describe is both linear and non-linear. So that's why it's a bit confusing. But it's just flowy video. So Shezed is like you start to go into the matter. That's why this is there, that you should ask yourself the question, or what is the point of contact? But actually the point of contact will be there, in the matter where there is nothing and everything at the same time. Okay, so from this point of view, it led me to, okay, now I have inflammation. So why? Because there are those cells that are trying to eat the trash in my body, because some elongation happens, so there are now some broken cells. So there is something to eliminate. This is a question of Netzach. So Netzach is like that. You need to eliminate some kind of waste or foreign material in your body. Okay, so those cells, I just inquire online. Inquiring online is very useful and completely enough. Why? Because it represents everything that is online, and that's why you need to reach the level 5 of the Kijutsu game, because once you are online, everything you do is actually changing the whole world. Once you reach this level, without leaks and everything, you can watch other videos on the website, but everything you share online is actually changing the whole world. So it's like, it also works the other way. Once you reach this state, everything that people share online, now you can use it to integrate as a belief inside of you, to integrate the light and the energy of it instantly. You don't need to understand it so much. So for example, because online, you go on Google, for example, and you search that, okay, what cells are responsible of managing the waste in my body or this inflammation, you go into this is true but not true at the same time. It's just the belief of humanity. What humanity has shared with the world right now is this. But it could have another name, it could be something else, another cell, it could be anything. Maybe you will do same research as me. That's why I'm sharing the process and not the biologic part. Because the biologic part can be different for everyone. Because maybe you will do the same research as me and have a completely different path, completely different conclusion. Maybe this cell will not be important for you, you will think about another cell, because many things are happening in the body. Impossible to map everything, like scientists are trying to do, going always deeper. Well, they can realize themselves in 1 hour like I did. Instead of that, they go deeper for decades. It's useless. You should not get attached to this. So I put this image, but even you should not get attached to it, because what's important is the process. For example, this video is also a healing process also for you. That's why I'm doing the video. So the process is important, and there are many kinds of process, many frames superposing each other. Doing this video was a process, sharing this video is a process. Always the quantum process is important. What happens during the process should absolutely provoke no attachment to you. Okay. So the negative to remove, and then the other opposite sephira, what's the positive to amplify. Okay. And then I find about those satellite cells, which are kind of doing the opposite job, which are bringing the proteins into my muscle to repair it. Okay. So then I find this, and I'm inquiring, okay, how it works, then how the protein works, why are there proteins? Okay, proteins. Okay, this is the link. So because we are in Yesod, in this sephira, you should put the link between everything in the process. Okay, so it can be what to give to your body. At this point, you realize everything. So what to give to your body, maybe you can eat more proteins, so you will heal faster, or this kind of thing. Because you realize, okay, where you are now in the tree, you realize where you are now in your body, and you borrow the energy of the entire belief of humanity through internet. So you channel the energy of internet, the light, the blue light through the light, okay, the light through the blue light. Okay, you can watch my other video to understand that. And then you can just use it as a channel. Maybe proteins also are an illusion. Everything is an illusion. Proteins won't save your life, but because now you channel it through the light, it will save your life. Because you solve the bread of shame. So it's like that for everyone. So that's why nobody nowadays will be able to heal their body through medicine or through any kind of thing like that. It will only happen through spiritual process first, and then, okay, if this medicine is where your bread of shame is, then okay, it will heal you. In my case, learning about proteins was where my bread of shame is because I'm ignorant about that. So okay, it will heal me like that. So I hope you get the idea. So you find the common point between everything and how it connects to everything. What is the link between everything? Okay, so that's what I say exactly here. Reflection and its application into the matter this time. Only this time, because tomorrow I have the same problem, I use proteins again, it won't work, because I already passed this lesson, already passed this bread of shame. I will have to do another process, another research online, another healing process like that. Okay. So where the protein revelation comes from is that, okay, in the muscle you have two things. You have actin and myosin, so representing the point of contact. So both the point of contact and what this point of contact triggers in your body. So the point of contact is with the head of this myosin organ or element in your muscle, which is a fiber, enters in contact with the actin. So you can see here the actin, and it enters in contact and makes some movement like this to move on a linear way, in a linear way. Those are the fibers of your muscle, what I'm describing now, the fibers of your muscle. So when I contract the muscle like this, I have maybe thousands or millions of fibers, I don't know how many, that are doing this motion, exactly what I'm showing on the screen, this motion inside, that are allowing the contraction or not. If you do a contraction, unbalanced contraction, this can break, and because it breaks, then it creates waste, which creates the inflammation, and then the macrophage coming to eat the waste and the inflammation. So when you think about all of this, you realize, actually, where is the cause? What is the root cause of all of this? My pain right now, is it because of inflammation, macrophage, and then why the macrophage are coming to eat the waste? How are they even aware that there is waste here? How do they know? So is it the cause? Should I do more research at this point to know another cause? Or the pain is because this part is broken? And why is it broken in the first place? Because I did two unbalanced contraction? How do we define unbalanced contraction? Why is it unbalanced? You see, it's never ending. Never ending. So this is what scientists do, and they are completely lost, completely stuck in the matter, because they are doing exactly what I was doing now. So the process is, you stop doing that, you realize already, oh, there is no cause. You can realize it already. If you have the right level, you can realize it already. There is no cause. So because there is no cause, you realize at this point of contact, there is only emptiness. Nothing there. It was only unconditional. Something is there unconditionally, and something also broke there unconditionally, which means there is only light. Only light here. Light meaning, it can take many meanings, but basically it means it's unconditional. It's there for no reason. Because if I try to reverse engineer all the cause, there is none. The only thing I see at this point is that there is no cause, emptiness. And only by doing the process you can feel it. And don't lose yourself, because at this point in the process I was like, oh no, I should search for another cause. But in my heart, and I will talk about the heart. So the light starts to shine in your heart, in Tiferet at this moment. So the heart is this Tiferet. So where do I first identify the the problem. So it was the vastus medialis, the muscle I feel pain. Very easy thing to put in Sephra. And in my heart, I could just feel the light actually coming in a very subtle way. I could not feel it very clearly, but I trusted it. I trusted it because I feel there is my mind who is like, no, you should research more about biology, but in my heart it's like, actually, it's unconditional love. This pain is unconditional love. It's light because there is no cause. I just found the point of contact, what I believe is the point of contact, because I can download the belief of humanity with internet now. I download it inside of me. I have this belief now, and I just have to realize this belief is just unconditional love. So the point of contact gives me no point of contact because I know the principles of Kabbalah that I explained earlier in the video. And then the light is there. And I trust this light, I focus on this light. And I realize, okay, it's unconditional. Nothing made me pain. Nothing made me sick. And nothing made me healthy either. All of this comes from the Creator. I have no choice over that. This is not me. And when I realize that this is not me, the pain goes away. Because it's not me. And the light is channeled. The light is channeled in my muscle directly. And then I think maybe, wow, maybe I'm a bit crazy because it's hard to believe that. But I stop there because I feel light. I stop there. I realize the process is finished because I already channeled the entire Kabbalah tree at this point. At this point, I already realized the entire Kabbalah tree, so I finished to write the Kabbalah tree and all of this. And then I just meditate. I put my hand on the left thigh. I put my hand on there, and I feel so happy. Until now, I was feeling sad and painful. Then I put my hand there. I feel so happy. Why? Because this body part is now talking to me, answering to me. I send light to her. I send light to this body part, and it's giving me light back to me. So I'm making a positive process, enhancing the positive energy there, and creating a positive spiral, which means now my muscle is healing. I have nothing to do because I heal in the other dimensions. Now it will heal on the physical plane because the physical plane is illusion. Point of contact, physical plane doesn't exist. I just give it back to the Creator. It gives me back the light, gives me back my health and everything that should happen in a healthy way, harmonious way. Just like the Kabbalah tree, which is harmonious. So then I just meditate, and without even realizing, I enter in such deep state, deep trance, channeling a lot of light. Just for this small part, such a big amount of light. Because this small part of my body is very small, doesn't need maybe so much light. But after I meditate, I enter into the causal world, like we say in Hinduism, like astral world, causal world, and then the light comes here directly through my crowns and heals my whole body. Not my whole body, but in some subtle way, in some instant, yes. And my thigh, the day after, completely healed. No pain anymore. And this kind of thing should take more time than that. And I could feel it in real time, healing in real time. I could feel the chi in my thigh, the flow wasn't blocked and all of this. And right now I'm in a very chaotic environment. I'm in big city, I'm in Seoul. So it's chaotic for me, for a spiritual person, it's very chaotic actually. Because I can connect to the karma here. And it's the first time I can reach God again, reach the light again and feel it in my crown in such a powerful way. Since 2 months, I'm here since 2 months. So this proves how powerful is this process. And that the light is everywhere. And you can reach God again anytime. Just need to do this process. So now I won't detail more. I think you can understand. I put all the process here. Maybe I will, actually you can see the Kabbalah tree, but maybe I will put it online so people can use it. Or if people ask me. But everything is there already in this video. And so yeah, in Malchut it's just pure quantum realization. It's just the Messiah state. There is nothing to do. Unconditional love, no point of contact anywhere. You realize the illusion. Because Malchut is the mud, is the earth, is the illusion. You just realize, suddenly, oh, Nothing exists. My type is not even existing. It's just manifestation of God. Just like that. So here I put the sarcomere, which is basically defining everything about this research. Sarcomere connects the myosin and actin I was talking about earlier. Okay, so it connects everything in the matter is like that. Sarcomere is a word describing those two organs, two parts of the fiber working together. That's all. And then you realize unity. That's why I put it here. It's unity. It's like, oh, okay, I understand how they work together. They're unity because it's unconditional love between them. It's not, oh, one is doing that and the other doing that, so one is controlling the other, and then one is breaking the other, then pain happen and all of this. No. Unconditional love between them. Then you heal them. You show it's like coaching. You're teaching them to love themselves without condition. And then they heal together. They heal each other. Through the light. Not through the physical, but through the light and the physical thing. Like that. So when you have this realization, you understand everything, you can complete your three. Once you complete your three, once again, I repeat, this is a process of doing it that is healing, not the three itself. But also, last point before ending this video, even if the process is the important part, the three, now that it exists, can be shared with others because you created a path with the light. You created a real path. Some people are creating fake paths, like fake paths are never-ending paths. You never reach God. You only run in circle in an illusion, always deeper in the illusion, like I was doing with the scientist example before, searching for deeper cause into the matter. This is fake path, and if you follow this path, you will fall more sick. But this, what I did, is a real path. I'm creating a path directly connected to the light that anyone can use. So now I'm creating new belief. You see how I'm downloading belief from humanity into my own body, directly from internet. Now I'm sharing back. I'm sharing back, okay, my new belief. And I'm giving this new belief to humanity online by sharing it. And people can download it into their body but in a much faster way. Much faster and better way than science. Okay, what they're doing with biology is completely... You will need years to get there. Now in just 30-minute video, you can just heal your muscle tie. Just watching this video, watching this tree, can heal your muscle tie. Just like that. Because I created the path through the light, through the internet, and because of Kijutsu, people can heal through internet also. Like that. Everything I explain is very scientific actually. It's just that Kabbalah is the best science, that's all. Kabbalah is scientific, but just much better science, and there is no comparison possible with what exists today. So, like I explained the website, all this science, all this Kabbalah science, how to use it with technology, then you can heal. So I just showing the three now. So you can heal either muscle elongation, or because I also explained this tree, it's even deeper. You can use this tree too. You can take a screen of this tree, create this tree of your own, and channel all those questions. You will see answering this question will just make you do the process. You cannot understand it just by watching or reading. You can understand and integrate it only by doing the process. Because if you really want to make a tree, you will have to reach the quantum state. This tree is forcing you to reach the quantum state. That's how it works. So I wanted to explain also how I created a process, even deeper process than that. Deeper theories. This is for health, this is for the body. But there is even a higher frame which you can use for technology. This frame that I created is usable for anything on technology, anything that you do on your screen. So I wanted to explain that, but I don't think I will make this in this video, or maybe I will make another video about that, because this is very deep actually. Maybe I will even make a course about that. But you can see the miracles, once you master technology and Kabbalah together, the miracles you can do for your health, for your wealth, for your relationships, for anything in life actually, anything. And I've shown it through countless videos. It's just a matter of you putting the work to it or not. Interesting yourself about Kabbalah. Actually, just Kabbalistic principles. And these principles I've created on technology are directly created. I made the link recently directly with the original original Kabbalah 3, because until now it was very, very intuitive. But this time it's very connected to the even deeper source, even deeper wisdom, the ancient sages and all of this. So even more light for you. Like that. So this is the end of this video, and stay tuned for more video about this deeper stuff about Kijutsu and technology and Kabbalah. And yeah, that's it. I hope it can do miracle into your life. Use this tree for yourself and heal yourself.